So in a lot of cases here, when dealing with dogs that have like big time issues with like nails or handling and stuff like that, a lot of times it's not so much a correction thing. It's not like we need to go in and like punish it or anything like that. A lot of times it's just working through it and showing them it doesn't work. And then with nails in particular, a lot of times it's not so much touching the paw that's the issue, it's restraining the paw, right? Because if I just touch it, she'll just pull it away and she's fine. But if I grab it and I hold and then and then she tries to pull away and I don't let her, that's where we'll start to see them get defensive with things. Yeah. So a lot of times I just start with just this, right? You grab, you hold. The dramatics, right? So, but what happens 9 out of 10 times is when I go to do that, what does she do? She wins, right? We stop.
Yeah.
Right? Which I get it, right? Like obviously in most cases, right, if you're a vet or a groomer or something like that, that's pretty scary. It's like, what the hell is going on right now, right? You think you're hurting them, maybe you're this or that. We know it's just antics, it's dramatics, right? So we work them through that. Once they stop fighting, good. Right? We stop doing it, right? So we work that drill a couple times here first with them. And again, it's not a correction thing. It's just showing them that there's no more reinforcement. The reinforcement of you doing that and it making me go away is no longer there. So same deal. We grab, we hold, and I just wait. And before I even try to grind them or anything like that, this is the first step that I work through with them. It's so funny. It's like so predictable at this point what these dogs are going to do with some of this stuff. This time a little bit better, obviously. And you can tell she like kind of exhausted herself already, right? Now, I'm not saying she's not gonna try again in a minute, but she's much looser, right? Like she's not as tense and stuff.
Yeah.
Good.
I can't save you, I'm sorry.
I know. Good job. The like head straight up thing is so funny. I know. Good. I know. She's like, I don't like that. Just cut it out. Good. I know. And if you look at some of these behaviors, like this is very similar to what you're seeing in the crate.
Yeah.
You know, it's like this kind of fearful, I'm really unsure, and I've learned that doing this makes things stop.
Yeah.
So, you know, sometimes we address it in the crate, right? But other times we leverage all these other opportunities and get it under control where she just doesn't feel like she can get away with that with an individual, you, me, somebody else, right? And then it all kind of starts to correlate together a little bit. And this is really how we get to the bottom of a lot of this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
We say I try to look for the things that are really hard for my dog, and I kind of chase those things and try to work through them. Or in a lot of cases, we just kind of avoid those things, you know, and then it always shows itself somewhere.
Yeah.
Good. Good job. Good. And I'm kind of looking at her body language and stuff while I'm doing it to know when I release, right? Because if you look at this, we're kind of using negative reinforcement right now as well. So the removal of pressure to reinforce something. So I'm applying pressure when I grab the paw. If she doesn't like it, I want to keep holding until she settles. Once she relaxes, good. That's when I release pressure, and that release of pressure symbolizes like a reward to them.
Would you wait until she's like not growling or showing her teeth, or?
Kind of, yeah. So the reason why I started saying that is because the left paw, for whatever reason, when I grab it is when she starts doing the teeth thing a little bit.
Yeah.
So even though she's not doing anything, I'm gonna wait till it goes from that to that more relaxed pant, you know? Good. Good job. All right, looks pretty good. So next what we're gonna do is we're gonna start trying to actually grind them. So grabbing, turning the Dremel on. She's like, what the heck? And then we start with just quick little grind at a time like that. Same deal, if I get antics, I don't have to keep grinding, obviously, I just don't wanna let go, right? We'll just go right back to it. And when you first start this, it's really important that you don't try to do a lot, because if you accidentally go too far and then it actually does hurt, it kind of reinforces all that fear. So I just kind of try to like dock the tip like that Good. And just get her used to that sensation. Good. Good. Now you can give her a break after a paw, obviously. Good job. We'll get the other one. Good. 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 Not too shabby. Let's get those back ones. And obviously I always do this on leash so that they can't get away. Good job. Come on. Come here. Good job. And obviously, doing it this way, we're actually solving the problem. You know what I mean? We're actually teaching her what's expected in that moment, as opposed to like the trap I see a lot of people fall into with nails, whether it's they have the vet do them or this or that, is like they just basically restrain the dog and just get it done, and the dog's fighting the whole time and they don't learn anything, right? So we want to get her to a place where like that, when we're actually grinding the nails, she's allowing us to grind the nails. So we'll give her a second here, and then I'm gonna have you run through all of that. Do you ever try to do them on your own?
The most we've done is like, I've just taken a super slow route of like, give me your paw, let me, and then like reward and give
yeah.
and then like keep like,
and again,
we don't make it that far.
And again, rewards are great. My problem is, you know, there's this like huge trend in dog training right now where everybody's talking about like counter conditioning, right? It's like we want to counter condition these behaviors, right? Which it's a valuable tool, right? It helps to create a more positive association with something, this, that. I think a lot of people get hung up on, in order for the dog to allow us to do it, the dog has to like having it done, which I think is the wrong mentality, right? I think that the dog needs to allow us to do it, whether they like it or not, as long as it's not something that's like actually scary, right? From there, we could get them to actually enjoy the process of having it done after we've checked the box that we can get them to do it. You know, and if we can do both at the same time, then hell yeah. But like in a lot of cases, you know, especially when you have a dog that's like gets as concerned as she did right there, sometimes you got to get past that initial hurdle before they can start then creating the positive association with it. So, and obviously as you're doing it, just make sure you hold it long enough where it does give her an opportunity to like make a decision if she is going to fight it or not. You really want to confirm before you let go, like if she's letting you do it. Which I was pretty good.
Should I don't your left one's being touched? Good.
Nice. Okay, so next you're gonna do the same thing with the Dremel. Since I did them a little bit, all you're gonna do, we'll keep this on the lowest setting, is like just touch it one time, touch it one time. Perfect.
Good. Look at you. So brave. Good. 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 Good.
So that's something usually I recommend, you know, for a month or so, once or twice a week. Just go through it, you know, start getting her used to it.
Yeah.
And you'll see she'll continue to loosen up with it little by little.
Yeah.
Take that back from you.